To those who walk in the shadows, this story is for you. For every operative who has navigated the treacherous currents of covert operations, who has felt the cold dread of being watched and the profound isolation of a life lived behind a mask. This is a testament to the immense pressure, the moral compromises, and the constant battle for truth waged by individuals operating at the precipice of danger. For the ones who carry the weight of secrets, whose loyalties are tested in the crucible of deception. For every lesson learned in the unforgiving landscapes of hostile nations, for every misstep that sharpened a keen edge, for every moment of doubt that was overcome by sheer will, this dedication stands. To the human spirit that perseveres. Cameron Jerman adjusted his tie. This was a deliberate choice, a conscious shedding of the faded t-shirts and worn jeans that had been his uniform for a decade. This was different. This was the beginning. The sterile gleam of the CIA's Virginia headquarters was now his reality. The air hummed with a low, almost imperceptible energy, a symphony of data streams and hushed conversations. It was a far cry from the dusty lecture halls of Camp Peary, where the closest he'd come to danger was a pop quiz on advanced interrogation techniques. For years, the world of espionage had been a landscape painted in broad strokes of heroism and intrigue. The lone operative infiltrating enemy lines, the daring extraction, the whispered secrets traded in moonlit alleys. He envisioned himself as James Bond, or Jason Bourne, a phantom moving through the shadows, his every move a calculated risk. This was the siren's song that had drawn him in. His briefing room was a testament to the future he'd so eagerly chased. No dusty files, just sleek, minimalist furniture around a central holographic display that shimmered with an almost ethereal light. The walls were cool, neutral gray, punctuated by large, frameless screens that flickered with complex algorithms and satellite imagery. A faint, sterile scent permeated the space. He felt a surge of pride, a quiet affirmation that he had indeed arrived. He was no longer a student, he was a player. The weight of his newly issued equipment settled on his shoulders. A nondescript messenger bag containing an encrypted laptop, a burner phone, and a small, discreet sidearm that he'd practiced drawing until the motion was an instinctual reflex. Each item felt charged with potential, a tangible link to the life he was about to lead. He imagined the clandestine meetings, the hushed exchanges, the thrilling moments of discovery. His training had been rigorous, pushing his physical and mental limits, honing his observational skills, and drilling into him the protocols that separated a successful operative from a casualty. He could recite the agency's charter, understood geopolitical power dynamics, and could analyze a threat assessment with a dispassionate eye. He was ready, or so he believed. A soft chime echoed through the room. The holographic display coalesced, forming a three-dimensional map of a sprawling metropolis. The image sharpened, revealing intricate networks of streets, rivers, and ancient fortifications. Beijing. The name itself resonated with an exotic allure, a city steeped in millennia of history, now a nexus of global power and shadow. His heart quickened. This was it, his first assignment. He straightened his shoulders, a confident smile playing on his lips. The sterile environment, the cutting-edge technology, the very aura of covert operations. It all fueled his burgeoning sense of self. He saw himself navigating this labyrinthine city, a ghost in the machine, his actions shaping events far beyond the visible horizon. He was prepared for the challenges, the risks, the potential dangers. He had read the thrillers, watched the movies, and absorbed the lore. He was armed with idealism, a sharp mind, and a burning desire to make a difference. He was Cameron Jerman, and his journey into the heart of espionage had officially begun. A journey he imagined would be a swift ascent, a series of daring triumphs culminating in celebrated success. The stark reality of what awaited him, however, was a universe away from the heroic fantasies he was so confidently embracing. The clean lines of the briefing room, the polished surfaces, the almost clinical atmosphere. It was all a carefully constructed facade, a prelude to a world far dirtier, far more complex, and infinitely more perilous than he could possibly comprehend. His palpable confidence, a beacon of his youthful optimism, was precisely the vulnerability that would be most tested. The holographic map of Beijing shimmered, shifting from a broad overview to a street-level perspective, the dense urban sprawl a daunting tapestry of concrete and steel. It was a world away from the familiar, manicured lawns of Langley. The analyst's voice, calm and measured, cut through the quiet hum of the room. Your objective, Mr. German, is not one of direct action, nor the acquisition of immediate, actionable intelligence in the traditional sense. This is a long-game play. We are seeking to establish a persistent, low-profile presence within a key demographic in Beijing. Your role will be that of an observer, a listener, and, when the opportunity arises, a gentle nudger of information. Think of it as planting seeds, Mr. German. We're not looking for a harvest tomorrow, but for a forest in 10 years. Cameron absorbed the words, his initial surge of adrenaline tempering with a more analytical focus. He'd envisioned himself leaping from rooftops or orchestrating elaborate betrayals. This was different. It was a subtler art, a game of patience and observation played out on a stage far more intricate than he had anticipated. The analyst continued, their voice barely rising above a conversational tone. Beijing is unique. Its history is etched into its very being, a palimpsest of dynasties and revolutions. But beneath the ancient facade, it is a city hurtling towards the future at an unprecedented pace. Understanding these currents of change requires deep immersion, not just a superficial glance. Your cover story is designed to facilitate this immersion. The holographic display shifted again, presenting a series of images: a bustling university campus, a quaint tea house, a crowded subway car. Then, it settled on a photograph of a modestly furnished classroom, a blackboard scrawled with English phrases, and a group of smiling students. You will be Mr. Jonathan Davies, an expatriate English teacher, the analyst stated. A common profession in China's rapidly expanding global outreach. It provides access to a wide cross-section of society, students, academics, professionals seeking to improve their language skills. It allows for natural, unforced interaction, and crucially, it grants you a degree of anonymity within the expatriate community itself. You will be one of many, yet distinct enough to be noticed by those we wish to reach. Your primary tasks will be to build rapport, to identify individuals exhibiting specific patterns of thought or influence, and to subtly gather information on their professional and personal networks. We are interested in emerging trends, key influencers in academic and technological spheres, and any indications of dissent or significant ideological shifts, particularly within circles that might eventually impact foreign policy or technological development. Cameron nodded, the information sinking in. English teacher. It felt almost mundane, a stark contrast to the clandestine operations he'd imagined. But he understood the deeper strategy.